Hello everyone and welcome back to Football Manager 2017 in our European Journeyman series at Bayer Leverkusen. Now today we are the other side of an international break, so the team is a little bit tired, as they always are after breaks like that, and we've got a big game at home against Schalke in the Bundesliga. We've been struggling in the Bundesliga at the start of this season, but we've won our last 3 games without conceding a goal, so that's a big boost for us, and next we'll be taking on Bayern Munich in the league, so that will be a huge game, and we need to make sure that we have got the most points possible in case it doesn't go the way we want, because away from home against Bayern is never an easy fixture. We'll also take on Malmo in the Champions League today. Having drawn our first 2 Champions League group games, we need to get a win in that match as well, so 2 quite important matches for us, and the lack of fitness for this one against Schalke is not ideal. We are going to be playing a bit of a switched around team. It's going to be Natgal Braga and Bernardo Silva up front, with Betty and Jarlo in midfield. Then it's Rebolo at left back, El Sayed, Jensch and Schiel in the centre, with Mikulacak moving to right wing back and Nezovic in goal. Bernardo Silva gets us kicked off and Jarlo sends it back to Jensch. Now El Sayed can't quite create an opportunity from kickoff there, and the first 10 minutes passing without a shot in the entire game, so maybe not the most entertaining game for the fans. As we approach the 20-minute mark, we have finally had the first shot of the match, but it was off target. Team maybe getting a little bit more into it now. Natgal back to Rebolo. He then looks to come inside. Betty onto Braga. There's a reverse ball on there. Instead Rebolo has it. He finds Natgal. Ball across to Bernardo Silva. There's the reverse pass, and Braga's put it wide. He has to be hitting the target there. I don't mind the keeper saving it, but you've got to get it on target. There's no excuse for putting that off when you've got no defenders between you and that keeper. And it means that they've only had 1 shot on target now in the first half an hour, which underlines the problems we've had this season. Here's Gimba over to Friedrich. Ball onto Schneider. Over the top. Should be cut out by Jensch, and is. But he might have given that away, and Ruffier's in on goal, and fortunately for us, he has absolutely ballooned that one wide, lost his composure completely. But Ruffier, who I think might be our former player, certainly one of our former players, has just blown a golden opportunity for Schalke. We have been much the better team, but we've not created the chances. I mean, we had that one for Braga where we really had to be scoring it, but otherwise we've not done the job in this first half. And we need to pick it up in the second half. We're going to get the points today. Getting a 4th win in a row would be a great remedy to the poor form we had at the start of this season, but with Bayern Munich up next, we cannot afford to drop points today. Otherwise, they are going to pull very far ahead of us if we don't beat them in that next match. And as we've already lost to Dortmund, who are the other team that are going to be challenging for the title this year, we really need to make sure that we are picking up points against teams like this who are not challenging for the title, because I don't think there's going to be an awful lot of room for error. At the moment, Schalke not really getting a shot that is threatening us, but we're also not producing the goods either. I think we're going to have to bring Rukas on for a tired El Sayed. We can maybe take Betty off as well. He doesn't look totally fit. Doumbia maybe a little bit better position, but our front 3 not performing at all well at the moment. 6.4 for Braga and 6.5 for Natgal sums up why we haven't been able to get our shots in. Only 2 on target so far. I'm not really sure I've got enough ammunition on the bench to make a decisive impact, not more so than the team currently on the pitch. But we're just not creating anything right now, which is really concerning with 20 minutes to go and still 0-0. We're going to have to go attacking now and hope that that helps us a little bit. But it's not looking good for us at the moment. We're racking up the yellow cards as well. We need to be careful there. 15 minutes to go. Who can we bring on? We've got Malherbe on the bench. I suppose he's going to have to come on for Natgal, I think. Braga has been performing worse, but I think Braga's more likely to create an impact out of nothing than Natgal is. Here is a highlight. 5 minutes to go. Rebolo in a good position down the left flank. He's got the ball, but he's lost it to Friedrich. Jensch cleans up. Now Doumbia. On to Bernardo Silva. Little ricochet from his pass there. Takes it away from the team. Sengel loses it to Rebolo. Good tackle there. Malherbe back to Rebolo. Over the top. Malherbe's in behind. Can he put it across? He does. And Bernardo Silva is there. 87th minute. He gets the goal that we desperately needed. A late breakthrough. Finally getting the goal that we definitely deserved as well. But I don't like how long we waited to do that. Here's a corner from Bernardo Silva towards the back stick, but claimed by Rajkovic. in goal. Given that's the first time I've pronounced their keeper's name, it says a lot about our shooting today. But fortunately, Rebollo creating the chance and Bernardo Silva in the right place at the right time to surely secure us 3 crucial points in the title race. This will make it 12 points from 12 for us. Mikulacak's in behind again. It comes to Bernardo Silva in the box. He can't turn the defence zone. It is cleared away, but with 10 seconds left, surely we're going to get the points. Ruffier's in an advanced position, but it's sent back to Schneider, and there is the full-time whistle. A very good win in the end, certainly an important one in our season, our 4th straight Bundesliga win as well, which takes us up to 3rd place in the league. We are now level with Bayern Munich, which is great news. We were 8 points behind Dortmund at one point, and so to have closed that gap down to 3 points shows how important those 4 straight wins were. And going into the match with Bayern next episode, that will give us a huge advantage, and it means that it will not be necessarily decisive at this stage in the season if we lose it, because we will only be 3 points behind Bayern Munich rather than 5 or 8 as it could have been. Well, we've had quite a bit of rest since that last game against Schalke, and it means the team's in a very fit position heading into this game. But because we're playing Bayern Munich in a few days' time, I am going to rest some key players, the likes of Rebollo, Jarlo, El Said, Traub and Betty for starters, and it means that the team isn't as strong as it could be. But at home against Malmo, we have to be beating this team, and even with the squad that we've got, it shouldn't be too much of a problem. But given we couldn't beat 9-man Anderlecht recently, that is a little bit of a cause for concern. But I'm going to take the risk because I don't think Malmo or Anderlecht will be able to stop us progressing from the group. So for this match, it's going to be Malherbe, Braga and Natgal up front, with Doumbia and Havertz, the 2 in midfield. Then Mikulacak, Schiel, Jensch, Rukas and Henriks at the back 5, with Nezovic in goal. Henriks over to Doumbia, down Malherbe, puts it into Braga, good pass to Natgal, he's in on goal and he's hit the crossbar. Why are our team blasting the ball in that position? You just need to place it in the bottom corner and you'll get the goal. We've been so profligate with the chances this season, wasting time after time. We need to get this sorted. I thought bringing in Janssen would really help, but he spent so much this season injured already, and he's out still for another month. It's really frustrating. We need to find a real shadow striker with a good finishing ability in the January transfer window. We do have a bit of money to spend, so hopefully we can find someone. I'm going to have to put a lot of time into finding them. Here's Malherbe though. He pushes it out to Henriks. Ball into Doumbia, over the top to Natgal, ball down to Malherbe, and he hit it first time on the half volley into the top corner. That's his first goal of the season. I think he's made about 10 appearances, which underlines how poor some of these attacking midfielders have been. But every so often, they are capable of a bit of brilliance like that. I'm going to tell the team not to get complacent, and they have reacted very well to that. So we should be able to kick on in this second half, but you can see only 2 shots on target from 12 in total is not good enough. Just 20 minutes left as the ball is sent forward by Malmo. They finally had their first shot, but it wasn't on target. Here's Blomberg out towards Eliasson. He manages to keep the ball despite poor control. Cuckoo gives it away. Rebollo sends it down the line, but Malherbe's not going to reach that. Jensen sends it back to the keeper again. So they look to build once more, sending it forward. Good header won there. We had about 2 players challenging for that, but we've still not retained possession. Eliasson, tackled by Mikulacak. Got players around him. He finds Natgal. Ball back to Doumbia. Bit more space now. Malherbe into Natgal. Beautiful first touch, but it's well saved by the keeper. And again, we failed to get that second goal. We've got a chance from the corner, though. It's going to be Braga to take it towards that back stick, but easily claimed by the keeper. Just the 10 minutes left for us to see out to make sure we get our first win in the Champions League group stage. Malherbe with the ball back to Doumbia. There he is again. Rebollo into towards 2 players that got confused a bit there. Malherbe's effort easily saved. Natgal and Malherbe getting in each other's way in that area was not ideal. Shows that sometimes the players can get their wires crossed. Rebollo with a throw in though. Taking a long time over it. Puts it in towards Schiel. Back to Rebollo. Good ball to the edge of the area for Havertz. He could probably strike one if he wanted to. Braga being pushed away from goal. Havertz into Mikulacak. Just probing for a chance here. Instead, we've lost the ball. Eliasson with it. charging down the left flank. Mikulacak wins it back and the highlight comes to an end. I'm not sure what the point of that highlight was from the game. But there is just a couple of minutes left now. Malmo not looking like they're really going to cause us a problem. But again, highlighting how we cannot score goals. Not once since that European Super Cup final have we managed to get more than 2 goals in a game. And that is not a sustainable model to go forward. Fortunately, we're keeping clean sheets at the moment, which means we get to keep the goals out. But as I say that, Cuckoo at the near post has just made it 1-1. And it's going to be a 3rd game in a row that we haven't won in the Champions League group stage. And we might well actually be in some trouble now. Fortunately, neither Anderlecht nor Malmo have managed to win a game, but it means PSG are undoubtedly going to win this group, and we have now got to make sure we finish the job and get that 2nd place. We've got a chance here, but the full-time whistle goes. And again, one effort on target has cost us our victory. And you can see there, that is not good enough. As European champions, that is not good enough. And we've got a real problem in the team about scoring goals. One that we had last season as well, but we seem to be able to hold on and get the victories a little bit more often. And it's going to be tough against Bayern Munich in our next match. I mean, fortunately, we are on that 4-game winning streak in the Bundesliga, 5 games without conceding a goal in that league competition. But against Bayern, that is really, really going to be tested, and we're going to have to be at our best to get a result. And we need to get a result as well. At the moment, we're 4th in the league. Dortmund, Hamburg and Bayern all ahead of us. But if we beat Bayern, we could go 3 points clear of them. So there's a lot riding on that game. Now, if you've enjoyed this episode, do drop a like on the video. Make sure to follow me on Twitter if you don't already. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of this series. But until next time, see ya.